fine, good day, everybody. Joe from Feel Like Craps. I do feel like craps today, and I hope that you do too. We are going to do roll number 21 of the Roll 'em Out series. When we last left, roll 'em out, this is the on the way to the 10K. We've got $5,706 total profit as of the last roll. We started with a $500 bankroll. So we'll put that right there. We're going to do Waylon's one-hit DC one-hit bankroll builder. And we're going to take $1,500 out of profit for this, so that we're starting with a $2,000 bankroll. So let's figure out how we're going to do this. There's 5. There's 1,000. Now we need another 500. So we're going to do because we may need to worry about VIGs on this video too, so we'll account for that. We'll take 20 rather, not 25. Actually, that'll be 100. So let me just make sure I did that right. That's 500. Minus 100 would be 400. Here's our 100 in reds. We're not really going to need reds, but more or less we're going to need $20. We'll do $20 in whites so that we take care of any VIG payments. And you know what we'll do, we'll take $75 back, and that'll leave us with 1 red chip, because there's 80 after the 20 is taken out there. So there's our starting bankroll. Do a quick mic adjustment here so that it's not edged up against my sweatshirt. There we go. $2,000 now total bankroll, and we're waiting for the shooter to make a point. As you see, our token is on the line, so no betting on the line on this video. This involves the DC and the outside numbers. Here we go. Dice are out, looking for a point. First of 10 shooters. That's not a point shooter. That's a 7, a come out 7, so it's a front line winner. And we're going to put our 10 shooter count up as well. There we go. We do 10 shooters or until I feel satisfied or dissatisfied, whichever one. Dice are out. 5-1 mixer. First point of the day is 6. $100 goes into the DC and 25 across on the outside numbers. Here they come. And of course, a come out 7, a 0.7 out. We may as well, you know. So that clears that. Our first shooter is done really quick. If you want to find out how a strategy can go wrong, view this channel. We will demonstrate for you quite nicely how a great strategy can go awry. All right, here we go. Dice are out. 6, 2, 8. We have a point of 8, and we'll try to get started again. We're going to have to ladder up to 200. It's going to be 250 on each of these now, because we're down some money. 2 craps, 1, 1, 2. It's the snake eyes. Now that is going to give us $200 on the DC. So we made the money back. I'm bringing everything back down. Dice are out. 639. We got our hit, and actually the 8 is the point. Sorry, we got our hit, so that's $35. Once we get the outside hit, all these come down and we just worry about the number that we have the don't on. So in this case, it is a 9. We are going to bet enough money so that we end up making money either way. In this instance, if the 9 rolls, we lose 100, but we win 105. If the 7 rolls, we lose 75 and win 100. So we're looking for that 9 to roll. Dice are 7 rather to roll. We make more money on a 7. Dice are out, and that's a 6 the hard way. And that's a point, 538. That'll send the puck back to the DC. We're still working. 213, craps. That one's going to kill the pass line. And there it is, folks. A come out 7, 6-1, but we're going to lose 75. This will come down into the DC to get paid. And we're going to be in timeout now until we get a point. Dice are out. And it's a 9. Nina. 549. $100 into the DC. 25 across. Dice are out. 628. That's just great. That's going to go behind the 8, and here they come. And we're going to lose $100. 628 will get whacked off the DC. Try it again. Dice are out. 3 craps. We'll win it back. 1, 2, 3. That's in the DC. That's for me. Here they come. Hard 10. Very nicely rolled, shooter. 5, 5, 10. That's going to be a buck for 50. The VIG police will be angry if we don't take care of the VIG, so we will. And we're going to throw that right back onto here. Once again, if we roll the 10, we win 120 minus a VIG. If we lose, if we roll the 7, we only lose 60, but we win 100. So see how this builds a bankroll slowly but surely. Speaking of 7s, there's a 3-4. So we lose $60, but we bring this down and pay it. That's good for a $100 chip. Minus 1 shooter. Dice are out. New shooter's up. 6, 2, 8. Easy 8. $100 on the DC, and here they come. And we, of course, have rolled a 7 at the most opportune time. Another in the series of 0.7 outs, folks. So we ladder up to 200. We don't ladder up yet. We wait for the shooter to make a point. That's what we do. Dice are out. 6, 5, EO 11. Front line winner, back line Skinner. 2, 4, 6. Point is 6. 200. $50 across. Dice are out. 4 the hard way. That worked out very nicely. That's going to travel to the 4. We're going to owe $2 for a VIG. And we'll get a black chip for our efforts after we pay that VIG. We got to clear, everything will clear off the bottom, so yeah, that doesn't go back to the bank. That goes here. Thank you very much. $100 there. What do we do? We're not going to bet 100. We're only going to bet, we got 200 on there. So 125 ought to be good. Now we're going to play it out. Dice are out. 5, 3, 8. Easy 8. 3 craps. 1, 2, 3. If I'm in the DC, that's for me. 5 for Nina. And 6, 1. You're all done, son. So minus 125. Come on down and get paid. 200. Dice are out. 5, 1 mixer. New point is a 6. The easy way. We'll go back to the base. Dice are out. 4, 1, 5. That's a hit. We'll take it. That's going to travel. We'll get $35. And 75 will go on the 5. Here they come. 6, 2, 8. That's just great. We don't care. That's a pair of points. 5, 5, 10. A puppy paws. 4, 1, 5 is a point hit. So the don't pass will go by the boards, but we will get $105 for the place bet. And we are in timeout now until, actually, no, we're not. We have 2 choices. We can either go back up here, which we will do, 25 each, try to get restarted again. Dice are out. And, of course, that's when it burns, because now everything goes away. That's a 7. Got burned. So clear it out. And that's the choice you take. We couldn't get that. We couldn't get the 2. Not on that last roll. It wasn't possible. Yo 11, 6, 5, yo. That would have been the lesser of 2 evils. Dice are out. 4, 3, 7. So 2 frontline winners. 4, 2, 6. We finally have a point after 3 or 4 rolls, and we need to go up the ladder. So 200 will cover us. Dice are out. And another 0.7 out, folks. Can't win for losing. We got crappy shooters in the house. Unbelievable. Dice are out. We'll try it again. 4, 3, 7. Another come out 7. There's an 8. Point is 8. Ladder it up again. It's going to be 375. So 75 times 4 is 300. So set me up. Dice are out. 5, 3, 8. A point has been hit. So that goes there. We roll them. Hard 10. That's nice. That will help our cause immensely. We'll take these guys back down. That is 75. So that will be a $3 VIG. And we will get 150. And we got $300. We got a $300 no 8. And we need to figure out. Oh. if I had 28, that would return and didn't expect to go up this high, folks. 200. If it was lower, if it was 21, would return 28. 24. Would return 28. I have to do some quick addition here. I think 280 is what I need, but I want to make sure I'm right. And of course, the Oracle doesn't want to work today. Oh, I see why. Okay. All right. $280 is not what I want. And of course, this doesn't work out evenly. Nothing can get us anywhere close to 300. $282 would get us 329. So that's interesting. $282 would get us $329 in a win if we were to roll an 8. 325 FIVA. Sorry about the delay on that, folks. It's interesting set of circumstances there. 516, a mixer, and all that work, and we 7'd out. So that'll be a 7 out, and we will do that. That'll come down and get 300. 3 shooters to go. Here they come. 415. New point is 5. We'll go back to 200. Where the numbers are a lot cleaner. Dice are out. 325. Point hit. This will travel. We'll get 150. $70. Trade in 5. Get 75. And we have 200 on there, so $150 ought to get us over the hump. We'll just take this in quick. Yep, that'll get us over the hump. All right, and that was a point hit, so now we're restarting, but we're working. And there's a 325. So he re-rolled the 5. The don't pass is going to bite the boards, but we're going to get $210 back on our place bet. So $210 on the place bet. We got to keep it up here because we are still in the red. Dice are out. Hard 8, Bert and Ernie, the square pair. We need a hit. This is going to travel behind the 8. Here they come. And of course, a 538. So the don't pass can go away. We'll have to go up to 300. Dice are out. 639, Nina. Sorry, that's wrong. That gets 105 for the place bet. This travels up. We got a $300 9. Not quite. 200 won't get us there. 250 will. So we'll put 250 on it. Dice are out. And a 9. 549. So no dice on that, but we get $350 for the $250 place bet. So it did come back to us. We'll keep it up because we are still in the red. Dice are out. 3 craps. That'll be a winner. We're almost caught up. Almost. Dice are out. Hard 8, Bert and Ernie, square pair. That travels behind, and here they come. 5-1 mixer. Doesn't help us one iota. Here they come. 4-2-6 again. 6s don't help. Here they come. 639, Nina. We got our hit. That's $105. These will come off. And we know what the bet is for 300 now. We know it's 282. So 200. $282. All right, dice are out. 538. You gotta love it. Lose 300, and I've forgotten what that is. So I need to go back, consult the Oracle. 329. So we'll trade in. Actually, this should have come back. We'll trade that in and get 330. Left our winning bet from the prior bet out there, so. Clear everything down here. We'll go down a level. I think we're just about there. Dice are out. 538, folks. We're back on that darn 8 again for a no point. Here they come. 415. It's a point hit. That'll be good for 75 for 5 on a $50 win. And now we'll take everything back here. And we got a $200 8. And I believe 150 will get us 210. So I will take that. That's an easy calculation. Oh, 175. So we got to go to 180, I believe. Yep, 180 will bring us home 210. So dice are out. 5, 1 mixer. Easy 6. And 2, 5. Our shooter's done. He's done. All done. That's going to be a loss of 180. And a win of 200. There's 400 altogether because we won 200 on the no 8. 2 shooters remain. Dice are out. It's a 9. Nina. And we're going back to base. I think we're pretty safe right now. We might have just broken even, so no need to tempt the dice gods with additional money. Dice are out. 12 craps. The DC doesn't care about a 12. It cares about, hopefully, this number. 5. There we go. It'll go behind the 5. 415. Viva. That's a $35 winner. We'll clear these guys away. $35 winner. We got our hit. And we have to go up to 75. So this will be a $75 5. Here they come, shooter. 415, back to back. So we lose the 100, but we get 105. Put that back in the DC. Here they come. Yo 11, $100 down the toilet. Dice are out. 6, 4, 10. Big Ben, our best friend, number 10 on the end. That'll be $1 for 50. $1 for 50. And we're going to put 60 on a 10. Dice are out. And a 5, 1 mixer. Easy 6. 6, 2, 8. If you're on an 8, that's just great. And 5, 2, you're all through. So we'll lose 60 and take 100 home. Final shooter is up. I hope that the sound is better on this. I apologize for the past couple videos, folks. this computer has a mind of its own when it comes to which microphone it actually wants to observe as far as these videos. I'm going to be very cognizant of that in the future so that we don't end up with nonsense on the audio side. And again, my apologies, and your cooperation and patience, as always, is appreciated. Dice are out. 5, 4, 9 for our final shooter. He'll start out with a 9. Here we go. Dice are out. 6, 2, 8. We get a no 8. Here they come. Yo, 11, 6, 5. Yo, 11. 5, 4, 9. That's a point hit. Our shooter lives on. We get 35. And with that, we're clearing the board. And we're going to put $90 on the 8. Dice are out. Yo, 11. Back, not back to back, but one shot in between. Dice are out. 6, 2, 8. And what happened here? Oh, okay. 6, 2, 8. It's a new point, so that's going to go away. We're going to get 105. And we're going to set up. Here they come. We need another number. Hard 10, 5, 5, puppy paws. Very nice. Thank you, shooter. That'll be $1 for 50. Clear them down. They've done the dirty work for us, so they'll take the rest of this one off. That'll go away. We'll have $60 to go up versus 100 on a no. So here we go. Let's see what the shooter does. He rolls a 10, 6, 4. So this goes away. We have a $3 vig to pay. And we'll get 120. So we'll bring all of this. Actually, we don't have to bring it back because we're going to have to set it back up again. Dice are out. Here they come. 3 craps. 1, 2, 3. If I'm in the DC, that's for me. Quick $100 winner. We'll take it. Dice are out. 4, 2, 6. No 6. Dice are out. Here they come. 3, 1, 4. That's nice. That's good for the one hit. So we'll take these back. Pay 100. I'll pay $1 and get 50. And this has to be a $90 6. Dice are out. 6, 2, 8. Our point's been hit. Dice are out. Yo, 11, 6, 5. Come out frontline winner. 6, 4, 10. Easy 10. Point is 10. Dice are out. 5, 3, 8. We don't care about an 8. A hard 10. Point hit. Dice are out. 4 tray on the come out. That's a 7 on the come out. We'll lose that. That's going to come down. We'll get 105. Our shooter lives on. Dice are out. 5, 1 mixer. Our next point for this shooter will be a 6. Take it out. Set them up, Joe. Dice are out. 4, 2, 6. Point hit. Leave everything where it is. We're working the come out. Dice are out. There's a 7. That's a cancel. Because this will win. These guys will lose, but we got to pay 100 for the note. So if Everything comes down. Our shooter hanging on by the skin of his teeth. Rolling sevens at the right time. And speaking of sevens, there's another one. 6-1 on the come out. That's a frontline winner. 6-2-8. Point is 8. We'll set them up again. Here they come. And 6-2-8. Point hit. We're going to work everything on the come out. And that's going to be a hard 8. That's going to be a hard $100 loss. Which means we got to reset in the DC. Dice are out. Oh, and we're off the table. Been a while since that's happened. All right. Recollect everything. The pit bosses have taken a look at that die that went off the table and have pronounced judgment that it's fine and there's been no chicanery. Dice are out. 6, 4, 10. Big Ben, our best friend, the easy 10. That's $1 for 50. And now we play the 10 versus the 7. So this is going to be a $60 10. Final shooter remains. Dice are out. Here they come. There it is. 1-6 hit the bricks. Lose 60. Win 100. All right. Now, our final shooter being done, we will count up. I think we're a little under. Come out sevens do not help when you're trying to roll this strategy. We had $2,000 to start with, so just a little shy of it here. $1,800. 5, 10, 15, 18. Here's 19. There's 2,000. So we got a little bit of a profit, a little bit. We'll take it. There's 500, so there's the 2,000 we started with. And not bad. Not bad. I got a couple hundred. Count these guys all up. And we'll color up from least to most here once we finish. So that's going to be enough to get us another one of those. That is going to be enough to get us another 2 green chips. Not quite enough to color those up, but not a bad haul for Waylon's 6-8 one-hit outside bankroll builder. Looks like we got an even amount. $375 in total profit here. Even with the barrage of trouble that we had throughout the course of this video, rolling sevens at inopportune times, especially at the beginning. We'll use this all here. That's actually, that's not 2,000, is it? It's not. We got to take away another one. So we still made money, and therein makes the strategy a good one. So there's 2,000. We got 275. Oh, there's the other 100. There's the other 100. I can keep that. The other 100 found its way back here somehow. So we'll add to our profit roll. Now, we had 2,000 come out, so we should have $500 in starting bankroll. So we'll leave that there. This remaining 1,500 goes back to the profit stack. That's 1,500, thank you. And we color this up. There's another $500 chip. $6,081 now. Moving on up, folks. That's going to do it for now. Roll number 21 is complete. And we'll be back at it later. Joe from Feel Like Craps here, folks. I always feel like craps. I hope that you do too. Until the next time, remember, whenever we go to the casino, it is not advisable to bet with money that you cannot afford to lose. Until the next time, be well, stay safe, and as always, every trip to that craps table, I hope that those dice gods remain forever and always in your favor.